Okay, my first episode of Let's Read, and I don't know how to start this off, so I'm just gonna start, and that's what's gonna happen. I'm reading, this is backwards, but that's okay, Clockwork Angel, the first, book 1, in the Infernal Devices, a prequel to the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Chapter 1. This book has possibly the greatest first sentence to start out a book ever. London, April 1878. The demon exploded in a shower of ichor and guts. And that just pulls you in, doesn't it? You just, oh, that's interesting. I just want to read more about this. I'm just going to continue reading this. The characters introduced are William Herondale, who is fighting the demon and observed the demon exploding into a shower of ichor and guts. And then he starts calling out for Jem, who we later find out his name is actually James. James Carstairs. That's a really weird last name, Carstairs. Like, who even comes up with that? Can't think of a last name for this character. Oh look, there's a car. Oh look, some stairs. I know, Carstairs. He's genius. No one will ever suspect it. And then he has to go and find him, and there's blood and on James Carstairs. Just forgot that was his last name. And he's like, it's not my blood. I would do this to myself. No. I am too BA for that. No, that's not what happened. This is somebody else's blood. And there's this dead girl's over here. William's like, oh, who is this dead girl? And he's like, I don't know, she's just dead in an alley. She's bleeding all over the place, and there's this knife. And there's an Ouroboros on the knife. And a double Ouroboros, so like 2 snakes. In case you're not aware of what an Ouroboros is, it's the thing where the snake is eating its tail. But since it's a double Ouroboros, it's really weird word to say. It's 2 snakes eating each other's tail, and it represents the end of the world and the beginning, apparently. And these 2 people, William and Jem, Carstairs, are Shadowhunters. And they hunt demons, Shaxx demons, who are trying to kill the mundane, which is what they call ordinary people. Which is almost insulting. Mundane. It's just a gloomy word. I don't want to be known as mundane. Downworlders. Not entirely sure what that means yet, but it's like people who are part of the, mystical world, I guess, for lack of a better term, with the magic and the demons and the monsters and such. They know about all that stuff. And then it kind of changes speeds a little bit and goes to a different person. Southampton, May, talking about a little girl named Tessa. Her real name is Teresa, but Tessa is on a boat to England to meet her brother, and her brother Nate, and she has this necklace, the Clockwork Angel, and they talk about how this angel had such tiny details, and they knew it was clockwork because they could hear it ticking, but they could never find anything to open it. And now she never took it off ever, and she always held it close, and she could always hear it tick tock. So then she's getting off the boat, and she's like calling because she's nervous and stuff. And it's cold. And then she's off the boat, and she's looking around for her brother. She doesn't see him anywhere. And then someone comes up to her and is like, you are Miss Gray? And it's like, good or wrong? No, it's like, good. And she turns around and there's this guy with bulging eyes like a frog, and he's huge, and he says that her brother sent her And she's like, well, where is he? Like, she's like, I don't know you. Stranger danger, man. Well, he doesn't really answer. He just sort of walks away. She's like, well, I guess I better follow him. I got nothing better to do. So she follows them to this carriage. And the carriage door, and it's like all foggy, and she can tell that there's words on the side, but she can't read what they say. And the door opens, and a woman comes out, and it's like, Miss Tessa Gray? 2 women get out of the carriage. Each of them has an umbrella. And one was very, very tall and skinny. And the other one is short and plump. They both are wearing, like, really, really bright, colorful clothes, but they have really gray, colorless faces. It's really creepy. And they're like, oh, it's so nice to finally meet you. Your brother sent us to accompany you, and I'm Mrs. Black, and this is my sister, Mrs. Dark. She's like, who are you? Where's my brother? Where's Nate? And they say he was unavoidably detained by business in London. But he sent a note to tell you that you can trust us. So they show her the note, and it says, I called him the dark, or blah blah blah. Short note from her brother, apologizing, letting her know that he trusted Mrs. Black and Mrs. Dark. I called them the Dark Sisters, Tessie, for obvious reasons, and they seem to find the name agreeable. And that's what made her make up her mind, because no one calls her Tessie except her brother, and the handwriting is his. So she's like, alright, I'll go with you. So right before they go into the carriage, the fog kind of clears a little bit, and she sees that the side of the carriage says the Pandemonium Club. So there's that. And the way it's written in the book makes it seem like this is important. You should remember this. The Pandemonium Club is an important part of the story. Oh, and also on the side is a double Ouroboros. So there's a connection there to the dagger that was found with the little girl, who has very fine hair, by the way. Didn't mention that. Mentioning it now. In the last paragraph, Tessa put a hand to the clockwork angel at her throat, taking comfort in its steady ticking, as the carriage lurched forward into the rain. And that is the end of chapter 1, which is titled Prologue. Actually, that was the prologue. My mistake. 1. The Dark House. Goodbye.